Good morning. Welcome to TERRA at Home, and one of the places you need to visit this summer is Jordan Village, and particularly Tin Tern on Main, a cute little store that's been here 15 years now. We're here with Jacqueline Delcole, and it's so fun to see you again.
Welcome.
You've definitely been able to keep yourself alive in this industry, and again, it's just ever changing, right? It's fashion, it's fun, and that's what we're talking about today.
We are.
Of course, we're also in wine country, so we're tying it all together.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about taking the day and touring wine country, and there are so many beautiful wineries from big to small now, and they're constantly popping up down here. Yeah. So what do you wear? Where do you go? You know, so that's what we're going to talk. We're going to talk about the clothing today as you're doing your wine touring.
Wonderful. What we want to do is keep summer simple. You want to have your wardrobe so simple that you could change plans and have the right outfit.
Right.
And keep it nice and cool, nice and fresh. We want to show you how you can go trekking through the vineyards and look very stylish. We have Jaren that's wearing a Michael Kors cotton embellished tunic. And that's something that could be worn over a bathing suit. It could be worn with leggings. It could be a dress.
It's so true. It is very versatile.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's gorgeous. So it's in sort of those mixed metals. So this is part of Michael Kors Safari look, and we've got a crossbody bag. Crossbody bags are so important. That way you can, you can do your wine tasting. You can go check out the grapes. You can have lots of fun, hands-free.
That's they're very smart, right? And because you are going to be needing your hands, you need to have those little tastings, and it's just so much better to not have to worry about putting your purse down somewhere and forgetting it. Especially if you're going from winery to winery and spending the day, right?
You don't want to forget anything.
Yeah, and of course shoes as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So now
gotta have good shoes.
Yeah, you have to have good shoes. Now, for when you're trekking through the vineyards, you want something with either a thick enough heel or you want something that's flat. So part of my summer survival kit would be a pair of flats, whether they're ballet flats, whether they're flip flops, or and a stiletto or something to go into evening. That way you're ready for everything.
Right, because that's the thing. You don't want to be, as you're saying, if you're going all day and then you want to move on to a restaurant, you want to be looking and thinking, I don't have the right shoes, and
and you want to ramp it up and look a little pretty for dinner.
Right. Very good. Okay, so let's move on to the next model then.
Wonderful.
And,
we have Aaron.
Nice. Cute.
And this is, the hottest color. You're starting to see these colored jeans, all these hot pinks, and they're fun and they're casual. We've got so the hot pink is sort of a dip dyed.
Those are particularly fun, aren't they?
They are cool. They are cool. They're by Rich and Skinny, so they truly look fantastic on Erin. And she's got a Rock and Karma top. So this is casual. So you don't have to look, earthy and like you're on a safari. Right. You can definitely have pops of color. I mean, it's summer. We want to have some fun. So Rock and Karma is the top, and it's got some really nice it's almost a yoga style top. So that, and you can throw a little blingy necklace with it.
Well, then your husband won't lose you in the vineyard either.
Well, exactly. Between the breaks.
You don't want that to happen.
No, absolutely.
Very cool. And look at those shoes.
Aren't they cool? Yeah. Those are so great. Once again, the little thicker heel. Yep. And these are embroidered and just kind of cool. I mean, fashion forward. We want to do this in style. Niagara is beautiful. You can trek, you can dine, you can do all sorts of wonderful things. And why not look really great while you're doing it?
That's it. That's a nice combination. I love that. Very
lovely.
Fun pants. All right. Yeah. And moving on, gotta have the hat, don't you?
Absolutely.
Right.
This is part of the survival kit.
Yeah.
So we've got this fabulous reversible hat. Take a soft, bendable, floppy hat, throw it in a bag. This is your survival kit. So you've got that. Once again, the crossbody bag. White always looks good. It's fresh. It's very cool. We're going through a bit of a heat wave.
Exactly. So that's the thing. You have to look at the coolness factor. If you're wearing, I think finally women are starting to get away from wearing black so much. Absolutely. And I'm a black lover myself, but I'm finally seeing that people are getting into the whites and the brights and just, especially in the summer, especially if you're outside.
Yeah, and it's nice and fresh. So it's keeping sort of a tonal look as well. So this is sort of the new chino. It's the stretch jean. So you've got this great little chino, and then you've got a nice little slip-on loafer. So this is a patent loafer, so it's kind of fun. And we've got beautiful snow necklace. It's Snow of Sweden, which is a wonderful sterling silver and Swarovski crystal.
Yeah, the whole line is just gorgeous. So
very nice.
Great combination.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Well, we can't forget about the guys.
No,
we'll probably bring one with us.
Absolutely.
Or maybe not.
Got to bring a little handsome with us.
Yeah.
So we've got Taylor here, and he's wearing his shorts. These shorts are by Horst. So there's plaid. So you can jump in a pool in this. You can also go to dinner, depending on your shirt that you're wearing. So the plaid shorts, and then you've got a tank top. So a tank top is one of the sort of the hottest, the newest, a little bit more forward edge, a little younger in its look, and it's become a new look for men, which is nice. And then, throw a hoodie with it.
Sure. And that makes it easy, right? And then again, it's adaptable, and you know, because you're not always able to get everywhere when you're in a tank top.
Exactly. Yeah, sometimes you need sleeves.
You got to be permitted.
Absolutely.
And so even the shoes here too.
Actually, yeah, the shoes are here as well.
Yeah.
So we're head to toe, and you can do sunglasses as well. So we've got sort of the head to toe look here at that's from Jack Menswear. That's our menswear store.
Yeah.
And then the ladies were from Tin Tern on Main.
Okay, very good. So let's talk a little bit about overall. If we talk about Tin Tern on Main, our next segment as we move through is we're going to kind of take things up the next notch for the evening. But I mean, again, 15 years, you have everything across the gamut, right? From casual wear right up. Yeah.
We're unconventional from a certain perspective. We don't have super wedding, over the top wedding, but we do have some really cool pieces that can take you everyday fabulous. Instead of having an item that you'll only wear once, I'm a firm believer of being able to maximize that piece and wear it from casual to evening, and give you that sort of versatility. Life is busy. We are so busy, so I love the idea of throwing things in a bag and going and looking great.
Well, it makes you feel better too if you're buying a good piece and you're paying for good quality that you can wear it again and again. I always feel so happy that, wow, I've worn that so much and I love it so much.
Well, that's the thing. If you look good in something, isn't it a shame to have it stuck in a cupboard?
Yes, it is.
I really like to see it. I like to get it out there and look beautiful. And you can always change it up a little bit. Throw a different necklace with it. Change up the look a little bit. You can belt it. So there are many different ways of getting versatility out of the same piece and adding into it as seasons go by as well. You can do transition.
Right. And that's the thing. So here, I mean, it's kind of a one-stop shop if you can accessorize as well as buy shoes, handbags, belts, purses, everything, right?
Absolutely everything.
Right, so it really kind of helps, and I know you guys know what you're talking about. Particularly, you can say, okay, let's do this, and dress you up, right?
We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Jack's, the men's side of things, and what they provide.
Well, we are a bit of a renegade store. We don't do a lot of suits. We do, very cool blazers that you can wear with your jeans.
Yeah, the casual blazer, I love that. You can even throw over just a t-shirt or, again, it's really separated now. It's not, people can dress that up without having to wear a tie.
It's nice. Men are not wearing ties and they're not as formal as they used to be.
Yeah, that's nice.
So our casual look is stronger. You're looking for better quality pieces and you'll look as established and as sharp, even if you're not wearing a suit.
Without being overdressed or looking too much, right?
Yeah.
So it gives you kind of an approachable.
It's just a cool new look. And I think that's another part of it, is that reinvention.
Yes.
Women have reinvented themselves continually. We always do that. But from a male perspective, I think right now it's very strong. We're seeing a new generation there's this sort of hip style that's coming through. So we're seeing that 25 to 40.
Yeah, that's moving through.
Yeah, they're coming through, and they're doing a lot of wine tasting as well. They're coming out in groups, and we're seeing a different generation embrace wine country, and they're looking sharper.
Love it.
Yeah, so there's a nice cool factor.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a break. We'll come back, and we're going to move on to the next level and show you even more fashion. We'll be right back here in Jordan Village.
Live color fully at Terra, where color lives.
Heritage Perennials presents Terra's Perennial Pick of the Week. Stelladora daylily is the most popular daylily of all time. Easy to grow and tough as nails, yellow trumpet flowers for months on end. Heritage Perennials. Look for us in the blue pots.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
Welcome back to Terra at Home. Well, as promised, we'd come back from the commercial break and we would talk about continuing your trip in wine country here, particularly in Jordan Village and at Tin Tern on Main. So we're back with Jacqueline, and we're now moving from touring all day and being out in the warm sun to maybe making your way towards a wine bar or a restaurant for the evening. So
absolutely.
Transitioning, and again, you can also take the outfits that we were showing earlier and use them for the evening, or we can bump it up a notch.
You can switch it up a little bit, and you know, part of that survival kit that I was talking about, to freshen up first, you can bring some baby wipes, you can bring a little spritz of your favorite fragrance, maybe some bigger earrings, and a pair of fancy shoes.
That's right.
So that's part of your survival kit.
And that's easy, right? Just taking a moment to grab a bag and just throwing a few extra things in there. As you say, even just changing up the jewelry helps you feel like you've done something.
You feel a little bit refreshed, and then you're ready for the evening. We have beautiful wine bars here in Niagara. Zuma Zuma Resto and Wine Bar happens to be next door to Tin Tern on Main.
And that's the great part, right? I mean, it's right down here in this little village, and so I mean, you can spend the day even here just walking around to all the little shops, and there's just so much here in Jordan Village. If you haven't had an opportunity to come down, you must do it. From tea rooms to art galleries to everything.
Absolutely.
So Zuma Zuma's fun, great lunch and great for the evening.
Beautiful patio, great wine list. So this is what this region has to offer, this beautiful region that we're in. And the clothing that we have, once again, are those wonderful pieces that are casual, that can take you anywhere. And we've actually got the gals and our handsome dude there all lined up and ready for evening, a night at the wine bar.
Okay, so let's do that. So we've shifted into the evening now here in wine country, and let's take a look.
So we've got Jaren, and she's wearing a really nice soft silky jersey from Michael Kors. And this fabric is wonderful. It's patterned, so it's got sort of that Missoni styling. It's that Italian ease of hot summer nights, and it's got a little cap sleeve, lovely little cinched in waist. Now this is something that you can use by the poolside. You can wear it to evening, and what we've done is we've put this beautiful Snow of Sweden necklace with a little bit of an organic crystal on it as well. And then we have the handbag that she was holding before, which was the crossbody bag, is now a wristlet.
Oh, cool.
So you've taken off the long strap and you're ready for evening. You've got all the things that you need in there. Your gloss,
smart.
you know, your credit card, whatnot. all of your little essentials that you'll need for the evening.
That's right.
And really nice chunky crystals. So that, once again, it just glams it up. And it's a fresh look for evening.
Well, I love this dress because I thought it was cute before she put it on, and then it's funny before you see her tie it up, because it's crisscross. It's hard to imagine what it's going to look like, but it brings it all in.
It's beautiful. It hourglasses, so it gives that lovely proportion, that lovely balance to show.
So it works for a lot of body
form.
types.
It does. It fakes a waist. Yeah, absolutely. It's a good one.
He knows what he's doing.
He does. Absolutely.
Okay.
So now we've got Erin, and Erin is wearing a couple of very interesting pieces. The top actually is signature Michael Kors. Once again, we do a lot of Michael Kors in our store, of course. And it's this beautiful layered persimmon color. So that's one of the new colors that is transitioning from summer into fall.
So you're taking that tangerine and making it a little richer and deeper, right?
Exactly, absolutely. And we've put it with a Franco Mirabelli denim skirt. So it's a linen denim.
Oh,
so very
look,
cool.
it's linen. I thought so.
Gorgeous. Wow. Really, really, it's a sophisticated skirt, and it's something that you can take to the office, so it doesn't look too much like a denim skirt. You can take it from office to dinner. And that really makes it a good essential in your wardrobe. Now, one of the hottest thing and most exciting pieces that's coming through into fall, you're going to start to see is sort of Hermes styling and Louis Vuitton styling, all of the horsey set, the belts, and in the scarves. You're going to see a lot of silk with the scarf detailing. So that's going to come through. So what we've got is beautiful shawl scarf that you can use for many different things. Cover up, it's really wide, so you can use it for a different style of top as well. Also with this beautiful chunky pearl and coconut shell snow bracelet.
Oh, cute.
So really nice big chunky piece, because the neck on this top is gold. So it's nice to go with the wood and the pearls. To create that wonderful accent piece.
We were talking earlier in the first segment about making sure that you're investing in a piece that it's transitional and it lasts you and you'll wear it again. So here, again, you can easily see how these pieces will transition into fall, again, because of the color tones and because, as you say, the trends with the scarves and that. So it's really nice, again, to buy a piece you can wear again.
Exactly.
So this is very
good.
Okay, thank you.
Really nice. So now we have Sherry, and Sherry is wearing just a really fun, effortless little dress. And it's by Coco and Tashi, which is a company out of Montreal.
Oh, I thought, okay,
they're really fun. They're and they have a bit of a sort of Saint-Tropez kind of tropical vibe to them. Very easy, very figure flattering. Lovely with that little sort of fluted skirt on the little sort of halter style dress.
Okay, yeah, because it's up a high waist, right?
Yes, it's got a bit of an empire waist, which gives a great bust line and a lovely little waist.
Right.
So that, and it's wonderful and cool.
Especially that it's black around the waist too, right?
Exactly.
Right
Yep,
in.
yep, exactly. Illusions.
Love
It's
it.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Now we've got it also with a Lucien Matisse blazer. Now Lucien Matisse is one of Canada's top Canadian designer darlings of the season. So this is a wonderful bracelet length sleeve jacket. And what we've teamed up with, we've got some really nice, almost sort of global, exotic style bracelets. They look like jade. I mean, they're summer fun lucite, so they're emerald green and the white. So it really makes it fun. The yellow, the green, the white, really nice and fresh. And you can use that great little bracelet length blazer to go with anything. That's your go-to blazer.
That's a great thing
in your
to have.
haul.
Yes.
And you grab that with no matter
That's
what
right.
you're wearing.
Or it's in the backseat of your car.
Yeah, and you've got instant jacket, and
That's
it
right.
always works. And it always
is.
flattering.
It's perfect because again, you know, without that, you know, if you remove that jacket and you have just the dress on its own, it changes the look completely, right?
Absolutely.
So having that jacket handy to go over any sundress or anything is
It's the no-brainer jacket.
Yeah.
Really, really important, essential.
Yeah.
Now, her shoes are killer. They are zebra pattern. The wedge is
look
so
at that.
good. No sinking in the grass.
No.
So this is great for if you're going to an outdoor event.
Right.
So you can go to any of that, like the live music that's out here.
Right.
You know, go out on the lawn and you're not going to sink.
but you still got the heel.
You still look good.
Beautiful. Very nice. Nice look.
Stunning.
Thank you.
All right. And now we've got Taylor. So here we have, once again, what we were talking about. That's casual, cool, and it's giving us that little bit of dressed up. And it has, he's got a very cool skinny tie. It's that Mad Men. We're getting it. We've got that Mad Men thing
That's
going
right.
on.
Yeah, it's just an overall cute look. I love the rolled up jeans. You just got the, you know.
It's nice. It's urban.
Yeah.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
And it's got really cool style.
Yeah.
You look stylish with the shirt. The shirt actually, if the sleeves are down, you could definitely put cufflinks to it.
Sure.
So that's Ted Baker.
There you go. Ted Baker. Nice.
Wonderful.
Well, very
Great.
good. So again, it ties us all in. It gives us ideas of what we can wear, again, transitioning from summer through into fall, because once we get into harvest and wine country, it just keeps getting better. So
It does.
it's perfect. So you have to make sure to come down, visit Jacqueline here at Tin Tern on Main, and of course Jack's Menwear as well, and then you're getting the combination for both the guys and the gals.
You got it.
Thanks for spending some time with
Wonderful.
us and letting
Thank
us in your
you.
shop. That's it for now, and we'll be in the kitchen next at TERRA Home.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.
You've sat under them and built forts in them. You've swung from them and fell out of them. You've even fallen in love under them. Trees have always held a special place in our hearts and memories. A natural beauty, trees will grow with you and your family and bring color and nature into your world. For your assurance of quality, look for trees and shrubs with the Medallion plant tag. Medallion plants, locally grown, the pride of Niagara.
Welcome back to TERRA Home, here with Chef Rachel in our home kitchen, and another great summer dish.
Yes.
We have the asparagus and chicken.
Yep.
How are you preparing this today?
Okay, so we're gonna do a chicken, crispy chicken I call it. So we're gonna bread it in some panko and cornflakes. So it's a nice crispy coating.
Oh.
We'll put some spices in there with it. And then our side dish will be asparagus. So
Okay.
this is one of my favorite ways to do asparagus. With some red pepper and feta cheese. And we'll finish it off with some lemon zest.
Okay, great.
So I have the oven preheating to 475 degrees actually for
so
the
it's
chicken.
quite a high heat.
Quite hot, yeah.
Okay.
And then this chicken will only take maybe 25-30 minutes. So it doesn't take very long
Alright.
to cook at the high heat.
Great.
But anyways, we'll save that for a minute,
Okay.
just because it's the messy part. And we'll get started with the asparagus. So this is just a bunch of nice fresh asparagus, and I've probably shown you this before, but we'll just recap. These ends of the asparagus here are quite thick and woody. You don't want to eat those bits. They're not really edible.
Yeah, some people forget to get rid of that part, and as soon as you bite into that, it's just it is chewy and
Yeah,
it's not
it really
good. It's
isn't
stringy.
edible at all. Like
No.
you wouldn't really be able to digest that. So,
No.
So you'll know if they're not taken off, so you just avoid that. But anyways, what I normally do is I just give it a little bend and break it, and
kind of where it has that sort of, where it gives,
yeah,
that's a good spot for it
flexibility.
to, kind of almost just sort of knows where it's supposed to be.
Yes, exactly. So I normally just break 1 or 2, and then I'll measure it up to everything else, and then I'll just give them a cut.
Okay.
And you don't have to break it, you can just cut them right away. It just depends on your preference. I know a lot of people that actually don't really like the end of the asparagus, though, you know, it's delicious. I like the whole asparagus, and they just eat the tips. So they would probably cut it there.
Sometimes you get that in restaurants where all you do is get the tips.
Yeah.
So I mean, luckily restaurants, they know how to use everything, so they use it for something else.
Of course.
But you can tell how that would be quite wasteful at home.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, at home.
Asparagus is not cheap, so.
Right. Yeah, just a little off the edges is fine, and then that's ready for the oven.
Okay.
Now I usually put these in the oven just at 350 or so for 15 minutes. And we'll just roast them like that.
Easy.
So
Okay.
not quite 475 for these.
Sure.
But, so all I do is drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil.
And it's pretty straightforward, right? I mean, to make it, as you say, quick and easy, get it done, throw it in the oven, and it's really not a high maintenance dish, but it's good.
Yeah, this is something that can be done a little bit ahead of time too, and I do that at home a lot, and I just warm it up, you know, when I'm ready to serve it.
Yeah, okay.
But again, it doesn't take very long, and you just throw it in the oven, so it's an easy thing to do, kind of on the fly. Now, yeah, roasting asparagus is my favorite way to cook it. You can do it in the fry pan or boil it or steam it. But I like this because it gets nice and crispy. So I like to put a little bit of salt and pepper on.
Okay.
You can add some garlic too. Sometimes I throw some garlic in there, but just salt and pepper right now. And then I'm going to put on some red pepper. So I've just diced. This is almost a whole red pepper. I might not actually need it all, but we can just sprinkle that on the top.
It's amazing how just adding a little bit of color, already it looks fancy, it looks good, right? And again, an extra vegetable.
Exactly.
Good for you.
Yeah, so we probably don't need this much.
Peppers add a lot of flavor to things as well, right? When you ever put a pepper in something, it really really holds its own. Like some vegetables don't really have a lot of flavor, but peppers sure do. So
yeah,
that'll add a nice flavor component.
Okay, great. So that is basically ready for the oven. Now I do have some feta cheese. So what I'm going to do with this is when this is almost done cooking, I'll sprinkle some feta on and put it back in for another minute or two just to let it melt a bit. But you can also just do that as the last step.
That's the extra bonus, is the cheese on top.
Yeah, yeah,
very good. Okay,
and we'll finish it off with some lemon zest later as well. Okay.
All right.
So just put that aside. Now on to the messy part. So this is just some plain yogurt, actually. Okay. So we'll use this as a substitute for like an egg wash or milk. And this will just kind of be what will help stick the chicken.
It's almost like a binding agent, right?
To our coating, right. Okay. So this is panko. I'm a big fan of panko. It's just it's a Japanese breadcrumb, so it's a little more coarse than just your regular breadcrumb. Okay, so it gives it a crispy coating. And then some cereal here.
Yeah. And you can use different kinds of cereal, right? You could do there's a couple between cornflakes and Rice Krispies and different things I've known people will use, right? So, and it does give it that nice crispy flavor.
Yeah, and
so you're really kind of breaking those down a bit, eh?
Right. Yeah, you want to just break them down. You can put them in a plastic bag or with your hand. Yeah, there's lots of cereals out there too that probably have flavors in them too that might be a nice addition if you want to experiment. Sure. But basically, we'll just crush these corn flakes.
Except for the Fruity Pebbles or something.
Yeah.
That'd be a big no-no.
Yeah, pick something that's quite similar.
Something your 8-year-old would make in the kitchen.
Okay, so we'll mix that in with the panko, and then any kind of seasoning you want. Again, salt and pepper is always a good choice, and I'm going to add in a little bit of cayenne pepper.
Okay. So that'll bump it out of, I mean, this is actually a great dish for kids. Kids love crispy chicken and things like that. But if you add in the cayenne, that's going to take it to another level. So heads up on that one.
Yeah.
But that is a nice, it gives it a little bit more flavor, right?
Right. So mix that all together, and then we're ready to bread. So
I
have 4 chicken pieces here, so 2 thighs and 2 drums. And so what I'll do is just basically put it in the yogurt first, and then we'll dip it in the coating, and it's ready to go in the oven.
Good to go. All right.
Again, this is
I like that you're using yogurt though. That's a nice way. Now, do you find that it adds a different flavor by using the yogurt than an egg?
Yeah. It'll add
more moisture, maybe, or okay,
a little bit of creaminess. I think.
Yeah, creaminess. Yeah, I never thought about that. Okay.
So I'm just trying to be as
so not too much.
As neat as possible here. But yeah, basically just roll this in the yogurt. Again, you can season your yogurt if you want. You know, have fun with it.
Yeah. So,
Make it your own.
basically using skinless chicken, as you said, and really can use. You could also do this without. You could do boneless chicken as well, right? Just strips if you want it.
Of course. Yeah. Any chicken
so
pieces.
like little chicken fingers.
Yeah. If you get a whole chicken, then you'll get 8 pieces out of that, and you can feed your whole family with one whole chicken. If you were to take it apart yourself.
Okay. So that's actually works out really well. And again, it's just a nice coating. Putting it at that high heat in the oven, and you're gonna have some really. Oh, I can't wait to try this.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna stick this in the oven, and we'll let it cook away. We'll have the asparagus cooked. We'll come back and we'll plate it all and show you a wonderful summer meal. We'll be back in just a few.
There you go.
Live color fully at Terra, where color lives.
You've sat under them and built forts in them. You've swung from them and fell out of them. You've even fallen in love under them. Trees have always held a special place in our hearts and memories. A natural beauty, trees will grow with you and your family and bring color and nature into your world. For your assurance of quality, look for trees and shrubs with the Medallion plant tag. Medallion plants, locally grown, the pride of Niagara.
Welcome back to Terra at Home, and okay, so we're at the next stages. We've cooked our chicken and our asparagus, and oh, it smells so good. Looks great.
Thank you. So the asparagus we put in the oven, and like I said, just before they were done, maybe 4 or 5 minutes before they're done, I just sprinkled the cheese on so it's a little bit melted.
And you kind of put it back in, right? And then just let it, just to kind of give it a little, oh, that's good.
So
Very
I'll
nice.
use, I think the spatula will be the best tool to use to make sure that we get a little bit of everything
Yeah,
there.
you get all of that in there. Oh, that's great. What I love about, a lot of times in summer, because we're not interested in eating really heavy meals too much, you can get away with serving a lot of these meals with very little carbohydrates, right? And a lot of people are staying away from gluten and carbs and all that combination of.
Yeah.
So it makes just for a lighter meal, it sits better. You don't feel so heavy and bloated.
Exactly.
You can go in the pool and you don't have to wait for an hour.
Yes, exactly. I'm a huge fan of carbs, but
carbs
like you
are
say,
good.
in the summertime,
I'm
happy with some fresh vegetables, some protein.
Yeah.
So I like to finish this off with just a little bit of lemon zest, just for another little bit of freshness, and then we'll put the chicken on. So the chicken, like I said, 30 minutes. It
at high heat, 475, right?
Yep. And so it gets nice and crispy.
It really is crispy. That's great.
There we go. And
I could see this chicken going over well. You could probably make like a big, giant bucket of it, and people would just love it, right? Especially if it's just like little handheld drumsticks like that.
Yeah.
And easy to go.
Crispy chicken is kind of a favorite, it's a favorite, I think.
It is, right? And it's nice. Again, it's not deep fried. It's baked, so it's a little healthier using that yogurt that you used, and again, just a little bit of cereal and panko, and it makes that nice crisp without having to fry.
Yes.
Saturated fats.
Yeah.
Gone.
So healthy.
Very good. All right. So again, all these recipes you can find on our website, terragreenhouses.com, and you can join us every Saturday morning, nice and bright and early. Which of course it's nice because the sun comes up so much earlier in the summer for us. Feels good. So we'll see you every Saturday morning at 5:30, and have yourself a great weekend. Thanks, Chef Rachel.
Thank you.